Doing lunges. Feeling great. I already worked out today. Why am I doing this? Hey guys! What is up? Today I'm coming at you with some creative inspiration. So if you feel like you are in a creative rut and maybe you're just running out of ideas on what to create, maybe you're not inspired to create anymore, or maybe you're just kind of lacking that sense of motivation to continue to create, whether that is YouTube videos, blogs, Instagram posts, honestly, you guys know who you are, you know what you are creating. I'm here to share some tips with you because there was definitely a point in my life where I felt like I didn't have enough creativity in me. I'm afraid of running out of creative juice, and I thought that if I used up all of my ideas that were on my content calendar, then I wouldn't have any more ideas. So now I know that that isn't true at all, and I honestly believe that the more you create, the more creativity that you have. Hence why I'm wearing my ConvertKit shirt today as a little bit of inspiration. I felt like it was so fitting for this video. But in 2019, I have actually already launched 15 YouTube videos, 18 blog posts on my website, and I am in just such a great creative space. So I want to share some tips with you guys on how you can get out of your creative rut, or maybe just find more creativity in your life to keep on creating. So let's go ahead and get into it. I feel like that's slightly crooked. Better? I am so incredibly blessed and grateful that I have this office. I have a space that is my workspace. So in here, I get work done. This isn't like I'm working on the couch. This isn't like I'm working on my bed. I am so grateful that I have a space where I get to work and I walk in here and I know it's time to work. And I fill this space with things that really motivate me. It's just all black and white and it's just, so my vibe. I've got all my cameras and it puts me in a good mood. But if you do not have that, if you do not have a separate room that you can call your office or a place to work, you just need to have one little nook, one tiny little spot that you can make your own and that will motivate you. And even if you can't make something dramatic and hang up your like vision board and make it all artsy and cute or whatever you want it to be, at the bare minimum, what you can do is you can clean your space, because a fresh space is a fresh mind. You can open up your shades, let some natural light in, maybe light a candle, diffuse some essential oils, and just set the mood for your space so that you're feeling inspired. Now, I get it. Sometimes you're not going to want to work in the same space. I work in this office every single day, and since I work from home, it can be kind of hard to motivate yourself. So when I'm really lacking in creativity and I feel like I just need to get my juices flowing, I go to an environment that has those good creative vibes. You know how you just like get the energy off of other people? That is a great way to get your creativity flowing. So I like to go to coffee shops. I work there for a couple of hours. Maybe I get a matcha, maybe I get some food, and you know, I feel inspired, motivated, and productive whenever I mix up my routine and I go someplace new. If you don't mind drinking caffeine and getting on a little bit of a caffeine kick, then I would recommend having a little bit of caffeine, especially on those days where you're just feeling kind of like you know? Caffeine can be good, but it also can be bad. So I used to love black coffee. Pour-overs at Glen Edith, ugh, I miss them so much. I used to have a routine where every single Tuesday I would go to Glen Edith, I would get a pour-over, I would drink coffee for 4 hours, I would work, and it was my most productive time. And it was the time where I came up with most of my ideas because I was on such a caffeine high that my brain was just running like crazy and I felt so creative and so inspired. Now, I've had to give up coffee because I realized that coffee was such an upper to me. I'm not used to that much caffeine. I didn't grow up on caffeine really, so when I had coffee, I would be running around like a crazy person and then I would crash. So I actually gave up coffee over a year ago, which is insane, and now I've moved to matcha. So matcha has still a little bit of caffeine, but it's not as dramatic as coffee. Now, I get it. You're trying your hardest, you're sitting at your desk, you've got your caffeine, maybe you've moved locations, and no matter what you do, you can't seem to be productive, and your creative juices just aren't flowing. Well, maybe sitting at your desk and trying to work is actually the worst thing for you right now. So there's a few ideas that I've got for you. First one, stop working and start moving. And I am not talking about going to the gym, working out, doing anything crazy, unless that's what you want to do. But one thing that I do, I like to do laps around my house, and I'm not kidding. I have a perfect circle in my house that I can do laps in. So I get the blood flowing in my body, I get some oxygen flowing all throughout me, and I get the juices flowing really. But some other things you can do, squats. Yup, squats. You can do squats any time of day. Just do 10 every hour. Move your body. I don't care, but move your body. Or, let's work them abs. Do some sit-ups. I'm not kidding. You will feel pretty good after this. You may be a little out of breath, especially how out of shape you are. Or if you're trying to talk during a little workout. Oh, okay. I'm telling you, moving your body, getting out of your desk and just doing something different will definitely help. Take a minute to draw inspiration from others. There are a few certain people that I know I can always turn to when I am lacking creativity or really lacking the desire to create. And the first one is Desi Perkins. I absolutely love her lookbook videos. Now, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with the content that I create. They are like basically amazing fashion shows that she puts on, but the videos are just so freaking creative that they just inspire me and they get some ideas flowing. Recently, I have been loving Alicia Marie. The way that she's shooting her videos, she's made such a change that I love it. She's doing different shots all over her house, being really creative, being informative, and just, I love it. And then Beyonce. I am not kidding. Have you ever seen Beyonce's Lemonade visual? You know her album Lemonade? She created a whole visual behind the whole album. It's like a freaking movie and it is mind-blowing. The first time that I watched it, I had to watch it 2 other times that night because I was just wow. So whoever you find that really inspires you, look at some of their content and just draw inspiration from it. Or maybe if you're just lacking inspiration on shooting an Instagram photo or editing your Instagram photos, head to Pinterest, draw some inspiration from other people, and get creative. More, better. Next up, Brainstorm. I mean, this is so obvious, but if you're lacking creativity, you don't know what to create, then you need to sit down, you need to brainstorm, and you just need to get all of your thoughts out there. So, specifically, so you're not just sitting there staring at a blank sheet. What you need to think about is the content that you actually enjoy creating. So the YouTube videos you like creating, the Instagram photos you like shooting, the blog posts you like writing, what are those? And then ask yourself, what is the content that you like to consume? Because for me, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I watch a kind of wide variety of YouTube videos, but I go to those videos and I'm like, okay, how can I kind of draw some inspiration from them and create something similar to that? Because if I'm enjoying it, clearly there's someone else out there that's going to enjoy it as well. And if I am creating content that I am proud of or content that I really enjoy, that's going to help my brand grow. So think about what content you like creating and what content you like viewing, reading, or whatever you're really going for there, and then make a whole list. Try something new. I am not kidding when I tell you that I spent over 2 hours last night doing business card origami. A business card origami. Yeah. One of the best things that you can do if you are lacking creativity in the thing that you focus on, so let's say that you're a painter and you're really lacking creativity in painting, then maybe you want to sign up for a photography class, or maybe you just want to go outside, shoot some photography. Do something totally different. Something that you're really uncomfortable with, something that just kind of pushes you outside of your box and it stretches your limits. It will help you be creative in a different aspect, which will then help you be creative in the thing that you really focus on. Now, if you are absolutely lacking the creativity or the motivation to do the thing that you have to do, you have to be tough with yourself. You have to be your own boss and force yourself to do it. Set a timer for a half hour to an hour and work on that task. Now, it could be crap. Let's say you want to shoot a YouTube video, but you're telling yourself you don't have any creativity to shoot a YouTube video. You don't have any ideas of what you're going to talk about. Just sit down and start talking. Just shoot that YouTube video. If you have a blog post that you have to write, but you're not feeling inspired to write it, sit down at your computer and just type whatever comes to your mind. You're probably going to delete that first project that you work on, that first half hour that you work, but you're moving, you're getting your mind thinking, and you're pushing yourself in the right direction to create better stuff in the future. The more you create, the more creative juice you're gonna have, so just create. And that is it for today's YouTube video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any other suggestions on how other people can get more creative, get their creative juices flowing, and just create better stuff in the future, let us know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I am out of here. Bye, guys. Oh, my phone's going off.